Does your child struggle to say words with the L sound? Well, in this video, which is step 2 of teaching your child to make the L sound, I'm going to take you through how to make the L sound at the syllable level, which will help get your child ready to making the L sound in words. If you're new here, make sure to check out my step 1 video, which is making the L sound in isolation, which is the first and very foundational skill for being able to make the L sound. So if your child is able to make the L all on its own pretty consistently, then you are ready for this step, which is L in syllables. And just a reminder, as you're going through and working on the L with your child, remember to keep this chart handy, which shows you that hierarchy of steps that every SLP follows when teaching a sound to a child, so that we are going step by step and making this as smooth a process as possible so that we aren't jumping ahead too many steps and creating too much stress and overwhelm for our children. So for step number 2 of making the L at the syllable level, we will be taking the L sound and adding a vowel name or sound to it. So when we do it, it's going to look like this: lay, la, lee, le, lie, li, lo, la, lu, la. And just like we did at the isolation level, I would suggest that you start out by having your child hold out the L, and add the vowel. And then as they get more and more comfortable doing that, they're pretty consistent, you can gradually shorten that. Lay, lay, lay. If at any point your child is having a hard time to get the L correctly, you can do one of two things. And you can break up the two sounds. L, A. And then gradually make the space between them be shorter and shorter until you're able to blend them together. So it might look like this: L, A, L, A, L, A, lay. The second option is to just go back a step and practice the L on its own several times until they're doing that pretty consistently. L, L, and then just tell them, okay, your L is getting strong. Now we're going to go back and add the A. Lay, la. Then once your child is getting comfortable with those vowel combinations where the vowel comes after the L, then you can try moving on and practicing with the vowel before the L. So it'll look like ale, al, eel, l, I'll, ill, and so on. Some of the vowels that I would recommend that you practice last with the L would be the O and the U. And the reason for this is a common mistake that kids will make when trying to make an L is to make a W for L. And so what they're doing is they are rounding their lips, ooh, instead of getting their lips back and tongue up. They're going wah. And so when you have those vowels that are created by rounding the lips, O and oo, that can throw them off a little bit. If you notice that they're struggling to combine those vowels with the L, then I would hold off on those. So go through and find the vowels that are easier for your child and really focus on those. So whichever ones are easiest for them, go through and practice those over and over again to help them get really strong at doing L in the syllable level, even if it's just with a few vowels. So practice those repeatedly until they get really strong, and then go forward and try some of the ones that are a little bit harder for them to combine with the L. As you're adding the vowels to the L, if you're noticing that the L is a little bit off, maybe it's sounding like a ow or anything like that, if you notice that it's a little bit off and you're having a hard time getting the L sound, and maybe they can do the L sound on its own, ah, but putting them together, it's really hard, then you can try some of the tips from my video of L in isolation, where maybe you want to try having them clamp down on their tongue, if they're having a hard time getting their tongue tip up. As you're practicing these, if at any point you have questions about any of the vowels combined with the L, then feel free to leave a question in the comment section of this video. And remember to use my levels of prompting as you're going through this so that you're starting out again with the max amount of support for your child and gradually fading it until they're able to do this level all on their own. Then once your child is able to make the L sound at the syllable level with minimal to no support, then you can try moving on to the next step, which is L at the word level.
Thanks for watching, and with that, we are one step closer to unlocking your child's voice one sound at a time. Now, I hope you will try that out this weekend and let me know in the comments down below how it goes and if you have any questions. I hope that you will share your goodness with someone today, and I will see you in the next one.